Most guitarists know the difference between a Strat sound with single coils and a Gibson with PAFs. But how far off will the single coil sound compared to Mini Humbuckers? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at both the Stratocaster and the Les Paul Deluxe and figure out which guitar and pickups does everything better overall. Now, by everything, I mean clean, crunch, and overdrive. I'm also very curious what you guys think and what sound or pickups that you guys would prefer out of the two. Now, for the examples I will be playing, I'm going to be using the Sheriff 22 with the updated tube that makes this amp much more cleaner and gives it a lot of headroom, which is perfect for this comparison. And the pedals I'll be using will be the Keeley compressor and the Strymon Deco for some overdriven tape saturation. Before we jump into the sound comparison, if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more guitar related videos and lessons. All right, so let's start off hearing both of these pickups clean with a bit of compression and reverb. So the Strat sound is iconic, especially when it comes to clean tone. It sounds rich, spanky, crisp, especially with fresh, brand new strings. I believe the Strat clean tone is much different compared to other guitars and pickups, in that it has its own unique sound, more so than other pickups that I've heard. I personally think that these examples would sound even better if I was using a cleaner amp like a Deluxe Reverb. Now, jumping over to the Deluxe, I think it's a great clean tone as well. The Deluxe's tone is much warmer. It doesn't have as much crisp as the Strat does, but personally for me, this is the type of tone that I prefer. I think it's a great balance between humbuckers and single coils. It finds that perfect happy medium. Now, I think it's important to say that both of these pickups and the sounds have their own time and place. For example, in my band, the Dead Pockets, I'll link our YouTube page down in the description, I tried using a Strat for some of our songs and they just didn't sound as good. It really felt like there was something missing when I was using it. So once I started using the Deluxe, it made the song sound much better and worked very well with the overall sound of the band. Now, with that being said, we don't just play clean songs, we also use a lot of crunch and overdrive. So let's now check out some crunch and overdrive tone from both of these guitars to see which one sounds the best. So this is where I start to lean more towards the Deluxe. Reason being is because I think the tone of the Mini Humbuckers sounds much more controlled and warm, but still has some clarity to it. The Strat also sounds good, but for me, it gets very trebly and too focused on one side of the spectrum. Now, a lot of that also has to do with the amp I'm using, so I'm also putting that into consideration as well. But in this case, I just like the sound of the Les Paul Deluxe a little bit more. Now, with the Deluxe, I feel like I can almost get away with playing some Strat sounding songs with it, and although it won't sound exactly like the Strat, I think it's a good fill-in for it, compared to a Les Paul with humbuckers. With those pickups, getting a super clean tone will be a bit more challenging compared to using the single coils and Mini Humbuckers. So like I said earlier, the Mini Humbuckers are a great balance between the two, which is why I would go for this sound for my overall tone, even though the Strat clean tone is much more clear and sharp. So what do you think? What types of pickups do you like to use? And out of the two, which one do you prefer? Let me know down in the comments. Also, I wanted to mention that both of these guitars had fresh strings on them from a company called Stringjoy. They make great handcrafted strings and have a huge variety of gauge options. There's a link in my bio if you want to check them out and find the perfect gauge for your sound and guitar. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, and don't forget to keep on playing.